let's take care of our problem of the day. And this one is all about a trapezoid, four-sided figure, quadrilateral, with bases of 24 and 20 meters with an area of 170 square meters. What is the height of the trapezoid? That's another mouthful, it sounds like, folks. Again, trapezoid, bases 14 and 20 meters, those are each, has an area of 170 square meters. We're looking for its height, and it would be in meters. That would be in meters. So let's see what the problem looks like. Here we go, nice picture presence of it here. And where we're going to go with this is we're going to pick up with what we've got there. We have a trapezoid that is having fun with us here. And what does a trapezoid look like, you say? Well, there's the figure. It's a trapezoid. It's the quadrilateral. But also, if you'll notice something, the sides are parallel here. These bases are, not the legs. Oh, those are called legs there. This might be isosceles. It may not be, all right? It doesn't have to be. It works in its own way here. And what we're looking for is how tall is this thing? And I'm going to say it's this tall, all right? You say, Ernie, what does that mean? Well, that's our height. Our height is going to be a perpendicular that drops down right down through there. So now you've got somewhere to go on this problem. We've got a situation looking where we're going to go here. Put some more numbers here. Bases, folks, those are these little guys right here. So we can call this base 1 and we'll call this base 2. We actually know what they are. One of them is 14. One of them is 20. And you say, well, where's the 170? That's all this bluish, grayish blue area that you see inside the lovely figure there, all right? So we're hunting down the area. Now, there's a formula. They said, oh, Ernie, there's always a formula, isn't there? Well, there is, and it's going to help us here. So we definitely want to have this written down. So let me put this right over here. That area equals 1/2 the height times base 1 plus base 2. And in looking at that, you say, well, that's nice. There are 4 variables there. There's 4 letters to be dealt with. You say, well, there are 2 B's. Well, B1 and B2. There's 2 different ideas there, all right? So let's take a look by substituting the numbers we know, and then we're going to hunt down a way to figure out what is the height, all right? So we have it. Area is, well, what's 170? That was easy. They told us. We're not looking for the area on this one. We've got it going. Equals to 1/2 the height and times our bases. Oh, we know the bases, right? 14 plus 20. And notice we got everything filled in except one spot. All we've got to do is worry about one spot there. So let's see what happens when we start working these together. Remember, my dear Aunt Sally says do the parentheses first. There are no exponents in this one, but there certainly are parentheses. That's where we need to go first. Normally we would add and subtract at the very end, but here it says go first. Go first. So here we go. 170 equals, how about it, 1/2 of, I get 34 there. That's going to be nice. I like that. And we'll multiply that times our h. I'm going to put the h at the end just because it's kind of a nice place to put a variable in this case. Multiply goes next. All right, let's go ahead and multiply 1/2 of 34, and I've got 170 equaling 17 times h. Now, slide a little bit this way. What is this saying? It says 17 times something will give you 170, right? So if we divide by 17, both sides, you like my properties of equality, I do too, a division property of equality. And what have we got there? We're all off the screen, so we're just going to finish it right over here. We're going to tell you that h should equal 10. In this case, it'll be meters. Now notice our area was in square meters, the 170, that's where we start right there, square meters. These little guys were meters, so when you take meters times meters, you get square meters. That makes sense, doesn't it? M squared, m times m squared, measures the units in there. Let's check and see, does this answer make sense? Back to the formula. The area equals 1/2 of, we'll say 10, and we've got what? 14 plus your 20. And I'm going to do both things again. I'm going to go ahead and take 1/2 of 10. Why not? And I'm going to add 14 and 20. We did it before. Let's do it again. So we got 5 times 34. The question is, do we get 170 out of that? And we certainly do. That's going to give us a nice check. 170, 170, and there you go. So here we go. We put in the little 10 there. It actually looks like I drew that in with it kind of somewhat proportionately, right? So there we go. Nice situation. Bases do add up. Take half, multiply by the height, then you will have the 170, the area back. Problem of the day. There you have it, solved and ready to go.